Welcome back to Aodhamair tutorials, everyone. I wore this makeup last week when I was dyeing my hair extensions, and some of you asked me to do a makeup tutorial on it, so that's what this is. It is also a little bit of a trying out of my Lorac Pro2 palette. This palette came out June 2014, so this year, but I only got my hands on it in October when I went over to the US, and it was just for sale there at Ulta, and I had heard a lot of nice things about it. A friend of mine really enjoyed this palette, so I was like, you know, now's my chance, I better pick one up. So I did, and didn't really give myself a chance to play with it yet. So last week I thought I'll see if I can come up with a look and give this a go. So that's the result. That's what resulted in this sort of purpley autumny look. I'm also going to show it to you with two different colours of lip. I wore it with a slightly lighter lip last week, but I thought this would tie it in a bit more for autumn. So that's what you're seeing right now. Also, another thing I want to mention, not related to this makeup tutorial, I saw that the Restyle Wide Hip corset is back in stock, so if any one of you was waiting for that, it is back and you can order it now again on their website. So yeah, I think some of you might be interested in that. So, so with that out of the way, let's get started. I'm starting off with priming my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. While I let that set, I am going to do my eyebrows, and for that I'm using my cheap and cheerful Catrice eyebrow pencil in Date with Ashton. If you want, you can run a little bit of eyebrow gel through it as well. I'm just going to skip that today. I'm going to put a little bit of concealer on some blemishes I have at the moment. And then we'll start on the eyes. As mentioned, I'm using the Lorac Pro2 palette for my eyes today. And I'm going to start off with Buff as my highlighter. Over the bulk of the lid I'll be using a rosé. It's this lovely sort of peachy rose gold colour. I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you guys. With a dome brush in the crease, I'm going to pick up a little bit of this colour called Plum, and it's really pigmented, so be careful with it or tap it off if you have to. In the outer corner and in the crease. First going to stipple it on both sides, and then I'm going to take a fluffier brush and blend it out. And to deepen it, I'm going to add a little more. And to blend this out, I'm going to take this peachy colour called Nectar. And I'm going to place that just above the crease to blend out that dark plum. I feel like I can do with a little bit more plum, so I'm going to add a little more. And this is really a matter of blend, 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 in order for the transitions to be somewhat seamless, but the intensity to be as deep as you want it to be. If you feel like you're losing your rosé a bit, you can always add a little bit more on top. Get that nice shimmer. So keep building up Nectar and Plum until you're happy with the way they blend together. I didn't really like the shape that I created, so I'm adding a little bit of purple, or sorry, Plum to the outer edge in order to put a sort of triangular shape. That's a bit better. And I'm going to take a smaller angled brush and I'm going to pick up a little bit of beige, which is slightly lighter than rosé. Mix that with snow. Put that here in the inner corner, bringing it up and a little bit onto the lower lash line. Alright, now I'm going to take a Sephora waterproof liner pencil in Flashy Black Purple. And I'm going to line my eyes with that. I'm going to take a small brush to smudge that out a little bit. Get a soft sort of purpley line. Also going to put a little bit of that in the lower outer corner of the lash line. And also blend that out and connect it to the top. Now take your angled brush again and a little bit of rosé. And connect that on the lower lash line. If you need to, you can also take your small little brush and put a little bit of product on the brush and define that line with the brush. And then we'll finish off the eyes with some mascara. There isn't much fell out, but if there's any, make sure to remove it. And then I'm using my trusty Clinique Almost Powder makeup in 2 Natural Fair. So this is a powder foundation. You can also use other foundation if that's what you're used to using. And then to finish off, I used a combination of 2 different Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm stains. First one I used is number 15 Cherish. As you can see, it's a little lighter than my own lips, quite pink. And I didn't really like that, so what I did in my previous tutorial is put number 10 Darling on top, which is slightly more purple toned, which goes quite nicely with my hair at the moment. And that's what I wore last week in the tutorial, but I'm going to show you a slightly more autumny lip now with it. I'm going to take this off and I'm going to pop a slightly darker tone on. This is the number 5 called Crush, also Revlon Kissable Balm stain. Slightly deeper tone, more red. To match it with the purple a little bit, I'm gonna put that Darling back on top. And that's what it looks like with the different lip. So let me know which of the lips options you like the best. I really hope you enjoyed this short makeup tutorial as requested by some of you. And I will see you next week. Bye everyone!